So, hi, I'm Nigel. I'm 37 and I've just lost 3 stone in weight. So a little bit about me. Sorry about the outside noise. Windows open, it's baking hot. Yeah, so a little bit about me. Let's go all the way back. So the ages of 17, 18, 19, I was a international athlete for the Great Britain athletics scene. Got to travel around a few countries, and my chosen discipline was race walking. Now, you can all laugh. I did when I started. I thought it was the funniest thing on this planet. But I was good at it. Really good at it. Had a great coach, who was my dad. Rest in peace, old man. He left us 2.5 years ago, nearly 3 years ago now. I was pretty quick over 5k. I think my PB was about 22 minutes. 5k in new money is what, 3.1 miles. 10k, I think my PB was around about 44.5 minutes, which is 6.2 miles. And 3k, which is what, 1 mile point 4 or something. I'm not too sure, but I think my PB was about 12 minutes. Anyway, politics got involved and I stopped enjoying the sport. I was also pretty good at basketball. My coach turned around to me and said that I can do both at the age of 18. Which sort of like hit me, and I think any 18-year-old who's you know, just starting out in adult life would tell you don't really want to be told by some guy that you probably only see once or twice a year that yeah, that I've got to choose. But he was the Great Britain head coach. So anyway, I fell out of love with sport. Majorly fell out of love with sport. Loved it. Loved watching it. Just, I had no passion to get out of bed anymore at 5 o'clock in the morning, go training. I had no passion to go out at night after work and college after training. Really hurt. And I found a bit of solace in clubbing and music and the trance scene and hard house scenes. Met so many friends through it over the years, and yeah, sort of took over my life really. Became a bit of a DJ. I've released a couple of records. I've say a few. I've helped people learn music programs. I've done my bits and bobs all over the place really with it all. Obviously in that sort of world that you're in, I abused my body a bit. When I say a bit, I say a lot, and I shouldn't have. Really bad. Anyway, I sort of had to get out of that sort of bubble, and about 7 or 8 years ago a friend of mine told me that I should start working in security. It's long hours, you never have that many weekends off, and I needed a way out of what I was doing, and I found a way out. So I've been working in security now 7 or 8 years. I'm now the manager of a high commission in London. Love it, got a great team, but behind all this as well is my love of West Ham. West Ham United. God, they put you through the mill. On the terraces every weekend from August till May. The ups and downs of a football fan. It's not for the faint-hearted. And 9 times out of 10, beer, was the way out of. Firstly, when you meet up with your mates beforehand at the pub, 3 or 4 pints and vodkas, shots, this, that and the other, and then afterwards as well, back to the pub, whether we won or lost. 9 times out, if we lost, we'd only have a few pints and, you know, shoot off home. If we won, pints, vodkas, shots, off for a curry, pints, more drinking, finish the curry house, go and find another pub, and it went on like that. Total body abuse. I was lucky if I could run for a bus, which was 10 metres ahead of me. The 13th of May this year, I got home extremely drunk after the last game of the season. We'd smashed Everton at home. Really, really amazing. For some no reason, I got on the weights. I got on the weighing scale, shall I say. And it said 22 stone 7. Now I'm 6'5". I'm a big lad anyway. You can probably tell. I'm quite broad. But 22 stone 7, and it actually shocked me sober. It shocked me so hard that I knew I had to do something about it. I went to see a doctor because I actually have another problem, which okay, so if we go back about 10 years, 10 years, maybe 8 years, I actually have a hernia. It's been diagnosed as an obstructive fat hernia. There's another big long 10 words to it, but basically that's it. I had an operation when it was first diagnosed. I was actually rushed into hospital. I actually thought I'd pulled a muscle in my stomach. How do you do that? I don't know, but that's what I thought I'd done. Doctor looked at me. He went, "How long's that been there?" Pointing to this big bulge coming through my stomach and through my belly button. And I was like, I don't know, a few hours. He's like, "I'm calling an ambulance." Within 4 hours, I'd had an operation to push back in and fix it all. Throughout the years of abusing my body with alcohol and everything else that comes with it, it basically popped back through again. But 3 years ago now, I was going to have another operation. I was happy to do it. And then my father passed away. Now, it might not mean a lot to you guys, but it left my mum on her own, and not going into the private stuff about my mum and how she is and whatever. It's affected my mum quite badly. Her health has gone downhill terribly. I have a younger brother who lives in Scotland, who has a family. He has a wife. He has a mortgage, he has responsibilities. I have a lovely girlfriend, but I live an hour from my mum, so I've sort of taken it upon myself to look after her. So if we skip back now to when I went to see my doctor said, "You've got to have the big op." And I said, "I can't have the big op." The big operation was described to me as this: you'll be opened from here, top of your sternum, down to my groin. I'll be opened right up. I know it's a bit gory, but stay with me. Then a graft of my hamstring will be taken and placed over my stomach because I was so big. And that muscle there is one of the strongest muscles in your body. And it's what's used in this sort of operation. I asked him for an alternative. He told me to lose 5 stone by December. 5 stone! It's like, for me, losing a leg. Sorry about the sound. I've got an airport right next door. Yeah, so I went home and I had a think. Do I put myself through that big operation knowing that it's going to be about 18 months of my life out of work, laid up on bed, and not probably going back to work properly, and having major issues for the rest of my life because of not what the operation was for, but what the operation can lead to? Or do I man up and go for it? 20th of May came around and I needed some help, and I spoke to some friends. In the athletics world. One of my friends, who is an Olympic athlete, has sort of like taken me under his wing. He's asked to remain nameless at the moment because of his he's an employed personal trainer. He's not a freelance, and if he's known to be doing stuff that, you know, for someone else, even though he's doing it for free and off his own back because he wants to see the good of me, then, you know. But anyway, so he put me on the straight and narrow, changed my diet, and this is what I did. This is how I lost weight. So in the mornings, I wake up in the mornings and I used to have full fat milk in a coffee, a big old Friends mug, you know what I'm on about, a Central Park mug, 2 or 3 sugars. On my way to work, I used to have a full fat mocha. I get to work, I then have another full fat mocha. So within 2 hours, I've already had 3 full fat mochas. If you include the big one in the morning, it's 4. 10 o'clock comes along, have a break, and I have a bun, no word of a lie, like this, sausage, egg, bacon, everything else in, down, sorted. Lunch, never used to have anything. 4 o'clock came along, nice little cafe out the back. If you want to go and see them, they're called the Sandwich Centre in the Royal Opera Arcade. Best cafe on planet Earth. Used to get myself a nice curry from there at 4 o'clock. Have that, brilliant. Get home, microwave meal, maybe a beer or a cider, or a couple of bottles of Coke, and that was my life. That was what I was doing. So things have changed. In the mornings, I have a piece of fruit when I wake up. Miss out a cup of coffee on the way to work. Have a cup of coffee in the morning, but with a skim milk. My breakfast at 10 o'clock is now scrambled egg with no milk and no butter. Couple of slices of brown bread or brown toast. My lunch is still nothing, because adding something to my daily intake is not what I was looking for and what I was advised not to do. 4 o'clock, dinner comes along. Salad now with some tuna or some chicken or some fish. Again from the lovely people in the Royal Opera Arcade in London. Get home and I now have a 5-fruit smoothie. Literally just finished one. Amazing. Little bit of Greek yogurt on top for the protein. That's me done. I did that for a month, no gym, no nothing, and I lost 1.5 stone. Literally didn't change anything physically or gym wise, literally that's what I did. I had to regulate my diet and my food intake for this to work. I then started down the gym, same diet. This is what I started on. Started on a bike for 15 minutes, exercise bike. Push it to a level that you're comfortable, but you know that there's resistance. Don't try and go hard straight away. Don't try and put a full lot of resistance on there. 15 minutes, a steady pace. You're going to sweat. Trust me, I sweated so much. And remember, you need to drink the water. Yeah, I did that for 2 weeks. That's all I did. I lost another ½ stone, so I was now at 2 stone by the middle of June. We then stepped up a program. Another friend came to my aid, Dominic King, who's a British Olympian, 50k walker. Known him from way back. I just needed some help with my hydration and whatever. What I want to say in this video as well, there's nothing paid for. I'm not being sponsored. You know, no one's telling me to say anything at all. But he told me about a company called High Five. They do like hydration supplements and recovery supplements, protein and you know, glucose and everything like that. I used to use stuff like this way back when I was doing my sports, but you know, I just needed a little bit of help. So thank you, Dom. That's amazing. So now, what I do in the gym, 3 nights a week, ½ hour on the bike. I start off at the pace that I was at when I was doing 15 minutes. So it's actually quite easy for me now. But now I step it up 7 or 8 notches on the bike and smash it either between 30 seconds or a minute, depending what day of the week it is. You don't have to be bothered what way round you do this, but you know, this is what I do, and I literally do that for 20 minutes. Then for that last 10 minutes I stay at around about the middle pace and just knock that out of the park. Literally the rest that I have between that and my next machine is to walk to the machine. You don't want to start cooling down and whatever, because you've then got to get your body back up to a high intensity that you're working at. So my next one is on a running machine. Don't run, don't jog. You want to push yourself, not make it easy on yourself. I have an incline of around about 6 to 6.5 on the gradient, and I walk about to the point that I'm almost jogging, and then I knock it down a couple of bits, and I do that for 10, 15 or 20 minutes, and that's it. That's it. That's my gym. In a month I've now lost another 2 stone, another stone, sorry. I weighed myself this morning. I'm 19 stone 7. That's exactly 3 stone in 2 months. I feel great and I feel amazing. People are actually double checking photos about, and they cannot believe it's actually me. I actually saw a photo of me with my brother and my nephew today, and I was like, wow, that's me. If people want any help, I'm not a specialist, I'm not a PT, I'm just a normal bloke who let his body get into such a state that something's got to be done about it. A couple of people have asked me how I've done this with a hernia, and just to prove it, this is a hernia. I'm really sorry, but there it is. That's the hernia. Alright, if I tell you that it's 2.5 times the size of that on the 14th of May, now you can understand what the issue was. So I also do some weights. I won't go into that, it's more for cardio. So I find a dumbbells level of weights that I can do easy. When I say easy, I mean it's easy, because I'm working on my cardio to lose weight. I'm not doing it to gain muscle. That might come, that might not, but it's not what I'm at. So yeah, I've now got maybe 2 stone to go, but I think I can do three more stone by October. I maybe look at 4 to 5 stone by Christmas. Have my operation, and it'll be the small operation as well. It'll be the gauze over the top of the hole. I'll be laid up for 10 days. I'm all good. So that's my story, people. I just want to say thank you to everyone that is supportive and the encouragement that there is. It's been a journey, and it's still a journey, but I just want to say thank you. It's been great. I've got an Instagram, so if you click on the link below, that's me, or look for it on Instagram yourself. It's Fatboy Thin UK. That's Fatboy Thin UK. I just want to say thank you, and that's me done. Cheers.